A few days ago, I turned 47, and let me tell you, 46 looked nothing like my life does now. So much has changed in the past year. A year ago, my life was completely overwhelming. My home wasn't just chaotic, it was chaos. My phone was so full, I couldn't even take a photo. My mind was constantly racing and distracted, and I could never turn it off. I was carrying the weight of so many things that were costing me more energy and time than I was able to give. But over this past year, I have let go of so much, not just the physical clutter, but the invisible clutter too. Things that I was carrying around that was silently dragging me down. It has been a very slow process of letting go, but it's been enough that when I walk through the door of my life now, I can feel something that I haven't felt in a very long time. I feel like I can breathe. In this video, I want to share with you everything that I have let go of over this past year and what it has given me back, because I have a feeling that if you clicked on this video, you're probably feeling the weight of some of these things too. Hey everyone, I'm Krista, and this is The Slow Creative, a space for highly sensitive women who feel depleted and overwhelmed and who are longing for a quieter, more beautiful, more intentional life that makes space for what you truly love. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you've been here before, welcome back. About a year ago, almost to the week, I was standing in our brand new, beautiful, modern home that my husband and I had been building for our family for the previous 2.5 years. And rather than feeling the joy and spaciousness that I thought that our new home would bring, I felt overwhelmed and stifled, and I felt like I couldn't breathe. And it wasn't just the house, it was my whole life. I was in an unhappy marriage that had become pretty unhealthy for both of us, and it had been that way for many years. I was physically, emotionally, and mentally depleted to the point that there was absolutely no space for anything in my life that I loved. There was no energy for hobbies, no space for creativity or inspiration to flow. There was no space for a slow, quiet Sunday morning. Every day just felt like I was carrying the weight of day-to-day survival. My nervous system was fried from being in a state of constant fight or flight, and that had just become my new baseline of existence. I won't get into all of the details because of course that story is private and it involves other people. But I wanted to give you some context because for me, decluttering my entire life was not just about decluttering an overstuffed sock drawer. It was about getting rid of everything and anything that didn't fit the version of myself that I wanted to become and the life that I wanted to live. It was the physical stuff. It was the noise and the distractions that were eating away at my mental health and my clarity and my time and my energy. It was the relationships that were no longer serving anyone. It was the expectations that I had been carrying for years that felt like they were constantly pulling me under. I had to let it all go. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the 4 areas of my life that I decluttered and what shifted for me when I did. We tend to think of our clutter as just stuff, piles on the floor, Tupperware drawers that won't close, boxes of decades-old crap just filling up the garage. And yes, of course, clutter is all of those things. But clutter is really anything that costs you more energy than it gives back. That pile of random clutter that's sitting on your countertop, it costs you something every single time you walk past it. The 15 apps on your phone that you never open, they cost you something. Not just in time, but in the low-level distraction and frustration of having to scroll through all of these things that you don't want or need or even care about. Outer order creates inner calm. And I know that sounds simple or maybe even a little obvious, but I couldn't really feel it until my life got so full of things that I didn't want. I had no choice but to start clearing it out. I'm not sharing my story as a blueprint. I left a marriage. I moved 2 young children into a new home. I started my life over at 46 completely from scratch. And not everyone can do that, or is ready to, or needs to. Your version of what I'm about to share with you today could look like decluttering one drawer. It could be removing one app from your phone. It could be putting one boundary in place that you've been afraid to set. But the principle is the same. This life is yours, so don't be afraid to claim it. Okay, so let's start with the obvious, and that is the physical clutter, the stuff that you can see. After my separation last year, I was preparing to move into a new home, and I was decluttering relentlessly. I'm not a minimalist, so it's not like everything must go, but if it didn't belong in the life that I was building going forward, it didn't come with me. When I started my new life, moved into my new home, I didn't even have a pair of oven mitts. I didn't have a spatula to flip an egg. I didn't even have a towel. I literally started from scratch. And I won't pretend that that wasn't hard, because it was. But by the time moving day came, there wasn't much physical stuff left to take. And I remember the lightness of that, not just physically, but emotionally too. Every single item in every box was something that I had intentionally chosen, something that I actually wanted to be a part of our new life going forward. And when I walked through the door of our new home for the very first time when we were ready to move in, I remember the warmth of the color palette I had chosen during the renovations before we moved in. The space felt so calm. I felt the softness of the rug underneath my feet. For the first time in a long time, my environment felt supportive and spacious. Every detail had been chosen with care, from the light fixtures, to the new oak vinyl flooring, to the paint colors, to the furniture pieces I meticulously chose so that they fit and worked really well with our space. That feeling, that relief, the feeling like you can come home and you can exhale is what I want for you. And you don't have to move or start from scratch to find it. But I do think your home is telling you something, and it's worth listening to. So try this. Walk through your home slowly like you're a guest. What do you notice? What is costing you energy every time you see it or walk by it? Start there. Whether it's one surface that you need to clear, it's one closet you need to declutter, one simple corner you'd like to refresh. Give yourself some relief. Okay, so area 2 is the digital clutter. This is the weight that you carry in your pocket or in your purse. A year ago, my phone had 0 storage. I couldn't take a picture of my kids, and it was just another reminder of how overwhelmed I felt by life. Every time I opened my phone, it was so cluttered with all of these apps, I couldn't find what I needed. It was eating up so much time and energy and just became this low-level frustration. So I started deleting apps that I no longer cared about or didn't use. Apps that cost money that I wasn't getting any value from. Apps that brought me down and took a toll on my mental health. My phone is merely a tool to help support my life, but if an app did the opposite, then it was gone. And it wasn't just the apps either. I unfollowed so many social media apps that made me feel inadequate or annoyed or created any sort of comparison in my mind, even the beautiful ones and the ones that seemed harmless. I unsubscribed from dozens, if not hundreds, of email lists. I turned off all notifications and usually just have my phone on Do Not Disturb. And I really thought FOMO was going to kick in and I was going to miss having these apps or following certain social media accounts. But I found peace and space instead. I found space in my feed for things that actually uplifted me, accounts that were teaching me things that I was genuinely interested in. It had space for the people that I actually cared about in my life to show up in my feed and to stay connected in those relationships. And more than that, I noticed my ability to be able to sit and to stop always reaching for the scroll, to be present with my kids when we would watch a show together or play a board game. I stopped taking my phone to the bathroom as if I was going to miss some catastrophic event in the 30 seconds it took to go pee. I know it's TMI, but I know that so many of us, embarrassed or not to say it, we do it. And phone addiction is so real. It prevents us from experiencing things that make our life feel rich and beautiful and meaningful. It stops us from engaging in the things that truly matter. So try this. Spend 10 minutes with your phone today. Delete 5 apps that you haven't used in the last 3 months. And delete 3 social media accounts that make you feel inadequate or take a toll on your mental health. And just see how it feels. And come back 1 week from now in the comments and let me know what's different. Area 3, relationship clutter. The connections that are costing you more than they give. This one is the hardest one to talk about, and I do want to tread carefully here. My marriage had become unhealthy for both of us. Divorce was not a decision that was made lightly, and obviously I can't share it in detail, but I will say that removing myself from a relationship that was taking a physical, mental, and energetic toll on me daily and completely losing myself in that process was by far the most profound declutter of all. I also let some relationships quietly fade into the background. I didn't cut anyone off, but I just stopped initiating. And what I found was that the relationships that truly mattered, the ones with the mutual give and take, the ones that you feel nourished by and you want to nurture, they showed up anyway, and the others just fell away naturally. I want to be clear, I'm not telling you to delete your sister from your life if she's getting on your nerves, or go tell your mom that you're done. That is not the intention of this video, nor is that the message. But sometimes a few gentle boundaries is all it really takes. But it's important to talk about, because maybe the area of your life that feels the least accessible to you right now is a dynamic that you're not ready to leave. Maybe there's nowhere to leave to. Maybe it's something more nuanced, like a family situation, or a friendship, or an online community that's draining the life out of you. Ask yourself this: after I spend time with this person, or this group of people, or this feed on my Instagram, do I feel good about myself, or do I feel depleted and a little bit less? You don't have to act on that answer immediately, but awareness is truly a gift. So area 4, the final area, is the mental and invisible clutter. The weight that you're carrying around that you can't see. This one doesn't show up as overstuffed sock drawers. It shows up as the constant undercurrent of, I should be doing more. I should be handling this better. Other people can do this. What's wrong with me? Or the guilt of an unfinished checklist. The piles of clutter that you keep meaning to get to. I had been carrying the expectation that I should be doing everything better. I should be making more money in my business. I should be maintaining a cleaner home. I should be more organized. I should be showing up more for everybody. I should be a better daughter, a better friend, a better wife, a better mother, and doing it all well. And somehow do it, but don't be too tired, and find time to care for yourself too. This isn't an expectation that I had placed entirely on myself. I think a lot of it gets inherited from our family systems and from society or from the environment that we're in, but we absorb it, we hold on to it, and we keep it so close to our heart that it starts to feel true. Releasing all of the expectations has not been one single moment, and if I'm being honest, it is still an ongoing work in progress for me. But it starts by noticing where you're leaning into expectations that are asking more of you than you're able to give. And a lot of times this looks like just choosing compassion for myself and just placing the expectation down. That fear of disappointing someone can be debilitating for a chronic people pleaser. I know, because I deal with that too. And I can't talk about the invisible weight that we carry without talking about our calendars. I remember going to my calendar every Sunday and I would just feel so much heaviness. Nothing on my schedule was bad. Some things I couldn't cut out, but so much had accumulated, one small yes here and there, until it just became unmanageable. So I started clearing where I could, I started saying no. But now before I commit to anything, I try asking myself this: is this something that aligns with where I want to go? If I say yes to this, what am I saying no to elsewhere in my life? And I think this is the biggest one. Do I actually want this, or am I just afraid of what will happen if I don't? If the answers to those questions aren't clear, then usually it's a no. And what opens up is the gift of spaciousness, room in your weeks to breathe, maybe even room for a little spontaneity, or dare I even say it, but some rest, some actual rest, where you're recharging your batteries and refueling the supply. And I know if you have kids, taking things off of the calendar can be really hard to do. It seems like everybody's kids are training for the Olympics or the NHL by the age of 7. And I know the feeling like you don't want to be left behind or you don't want to fail your kids in some way. There's just so much pressure to keep up with it all. Be honest with yourself about what feels good without depleting you to the point that there is nothing left for yourself. So you can try this, look at your calendar. Is there something that you've said yes to recently that you wish that you hadn't? Is there one commitment that you've been keeping up with that belongs to the old version of you, not the one that you're becoming? You don't have to cancel anything today. Just notice how you feel about the events on your calendar. And before the next thing tries to fill it up, just pause for a beat before saying yes. So when I rang in my 47th birthday this past weekend, I didn't walk into my new life lighter because everything in my life has suddenly been magically figured out or my life is perfect in any way. It's far from it. But I did walk in a little lighter because I've been letting go of things that don't align with the version of me that I want to be or the life that I actually want to live. Things that cost me energy that I don't have. Distractions that keep me from enjoying the things and the people that I love. Expectations that are not mine to carry. A calendar full of other people's needs. Relationships that have left me feeling drained for years. And in the space that all of that clearing has created, things that I love have started to come back. Parts of myself that were lost are starting to return, like the desire to write again, to make videos like these, to sit with a cup of coffee in the morning and to look out the window and to feel for the first time in a long time like this life that I'm living is starting to feel like me. I don't know where you're starting from. Maybe you're right in the middle of the chaos I was describing a year ago, and all of this sounds very far away. That's okay. You don't need to declutter your whole life this weekend. You don't need to make any dramatic life changes or leave any of the people that you love behind. This is not the message or the intention of this video. The most important thing you can do is just one small act of choosing yourself. That's where it starts. If any of this resonated with you, I would love for you to drop a comment below and tell me what's one thing in your life that you already know is costing you more than it's giving back. And if you're craving a quieter, more beautiful, more intentional life and you want to start coming home to yourself, I also write on Substack. You can find me at the link in the description below. I would love to see you there. Please subscribe if you want to follow along for more episodes like this one. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you again next week. Bye for now. When your environment, your home, your digital life, your friendships, your relationships, your inner voice are full of all of these things that you don't want, there's no space for the things that you do.